My name is Cakes the Maniac, and I'm an artist, photographer, illustrator, and musician.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco, California.
When did you move here?
20 years ago, I moved to the desert.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you like it in comparison to San Francisco?
I like it here because I like to travel alone a lot, and so I've always just liked to be in places where I could be alone, not have to really worry about the streets and, always watching my back. So, and I like it here because I always stay focused. There's not too much going on, and so I could really focus on my craft.
Okay. I feel the same way. Like creatively, I feel a little just more head space as far as when I come out here.
Yeah.
You said watching your back in the city just for different things going on, different happenings, bums and all types of other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like legit.
So you're performing at the Palm Springs Street Festival.
Yeah. I'm actually performing with my band.
Okay.
We're called Cakes and the Assholes, but for their sake, they asked me to change the name, so we're Cakes and the A's, just because it's a kid-friendly event. So.
Okay. I like that. And are you like performing any new material, old material, releasing anything new?
Yeah, the band that I'm working with right now, it's 6 of us, and it's a legit ass band. It's all different genres. There's funk, there's blues, there's new, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not hipster, fucking, I don't know what you would call it, but it's different, and so it's all new, it's all evolving.
Okay. How did you link up with this band?
I actually performed at an award show for the CV Music Awards, and they asked me to perform, and I was like, I can't play to a track. I was basically a solo artist, and I was going to be embarrassed if I just played to a track, and every other single band had a band, so I was just like, well, I picked 5-6 people to play with me. We practiced, and then after the show, I was like, do you guys want to be in a band with me?
You just picked them out straight like that?
Yeah.
How long have you been into music? Or what was your first creative endeavor when you were little?
I didn't ever get creative until later on in life.
Oh, really?
I was a business major. I was like straight business. My whole family owned restaurants, and so I went to Arkansas to go run one of my mom's businesses. And one of my homies was like, can I have some money for a sponsorship for one of my shows? And so I was like, yeah, how much money you need? And so I went to his show, and he was in this rock band. I started hanging out with all these like rock dudes, and I don't know what happened, but I literally was not a musician, wasn't an artist. Like I dabbled here and there, but I wasn't anything. After I left there, I was like, I started painting, I started drawing, I started playing guitar. I just started to like really evolve as a person, and I was like, I think I'm an artist now, and I became an artist instead of a business person.
That's rare. I don't meet too many people that it happens like, was it
Later.
early 20s or so?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's rare.
And all it took was people that I was around that just loved music and art. And at the time, everyone, in '98, if you had to be like a biker or a slut to get tattooed, basically. And so I got like 8 tattoos in like 8 months, and like big ones. And so I just went ham. I just went into this whole scene of like, I don't care, I'm an artist, and this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you made that decision like fresh out of high school,
Kinda, yeah.
Evolutionary.
Yeah.
That's rare. So what were you into when you were little? Dolls?
I worked. Like
Worked?
I said, my mom owned restaurants. I have worked all my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just when you got out, it was like, all right, now it's time to get creative.
Yeah, I went to college. I learned about different religions, different everything. And then when I went out on my own, I moved away when I was like 16 and a half. I just started working in different places and learned how to basically live life without any help. And you just kind of figure out what you like then without anybody telling you what you should like,
Yeah. So what's your favorite, if you could pick 1 or 2, what's your favorite 2 things to do creatively? Sometimes it's hard to pick 1.
I have like 5 things that I do solid, and that's photography, video, painting. I think I'm a better songwriter than I am a singer, and I sew. I have like a little brand that I have, and I actually make things, and I could do it very well.
Okay. So in any particular order?
No.
No?
I love them all.
That's
Depending on the type of day it is. Like last night I sewed a purse. The day before I did a photo shoot for some weed because I work in the cannabis industry. So it kind of depends.
cannabis industry, huh? I like that. That's one of my favorite industries. Are you a cannabis user?
I am.
Okay. All right.
I'm not a poser.
I respect that. Creatively, how do you like unwind creatively?
I like drugs.
Yeah.
I do.
Me too.
Yeah, I kind of dabble in some like organic drugs, mushrooms and stuff, and
Yeah.
I literally like to get really high and then just like, hey, I feel like writing a song, or hey, I'm gonna paint today. I just kind of flow.
Yep. I'm the exact same way. Do you have any projects coming out?
Yeah, I'm working on my second album. I'm working on basically getting the band thing, getting something recorded with them so that we can travel. And then, what else do I have? Basically, I need to get my album out, my second album out.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a solo project.
Just you and
Just
your
me,
band?
and I use beat makers. I use people that I work with that send me beats, or I'll make beats.
Okay.
Either way.
And you sing, rap, a little bit of everything?
I think it's like singing, and
Harmonizing?
I wouldn't even call it a rapper. I'm not a rapper at all, but
Okay.
there's like, I do some lyrics in Spanish, and it's Cuando me levanto en la mañana el pensamiento, la vida que yo vivo no me vale 100%, la vida que yo vivo no me vale. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's kind of like a little bit of everything.
Okay. What nationality are you?
I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican, American.
What people did you grow up on as far as like musically?
My mom was heavy into like Taylor Dane, and like back in the 80s, I'm a little bit older, so back in the 80s, a lot of the old school shit like Samantha Fox, Taylor Dane, Lisa and the Colt Jam, all this crazy 80s shit. I grew up on that, and then she also was like, she was a mariachi singer, and so she sings really good. And she would listen to a lot of Spanish music. And so, yeah, and then I think my first album I ever bought, my first CD I ever bought was like Four Non Blondes. I kind of switched into like rock and liking that route. But I like everything. I like everything.
So you grew up on the first like MTV wave?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When everything was just new and dropping and everything.
Yeah, my mom would listen to Downtown Julie Brown. We would watch, she loved music, and so she would always put Downtown Julie Brown on, and they would always play the fire ass songs, dance songs, so she liked that shit.
Do you have a name for your clothing line?
It's the Maniac Girls.
The Maniac Girls? And is that predominantly geared for girls or both genders?
Both genders. I started dabbling with vintage the last couple years. So I have like the new, and then I have vintage, and I absolutely fucking love vintage shopping. I literally get high and sit up all night and buy boots, vintage boots and glasses. And so I have like this whole collection now. And I sell vintage online. I have a website, but I also obviously sell more on Etsy. So it's kind of doing a little bit of both.
A little bit of Etsy, a little bit of eBay, a little bit of...
I don't do eBay. I just do Etsy and my own website.
Okay, eBay's it's not curated enough. It's not exclusive.
Yeah, mine's a little bit more boutique-y, and I do a lot of shows. I like to do festivals, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make any garments completely out of like scratch?
No, my thing is purses and wallets and like more accessories, not clothing. I haven't really dabbled with clothing.
Okay.
Even though I have all the stuff it's sitting there.
That is fucking sick. So can you tell everybody what your social media, website, how they can find you?
Yeah, my Instagram is Cakes the Maniac, and my business is The Maniac Girls on Instagram. My website is www.themaniacgirls.com.